What kind of how have you emphasized to your teammates' defense? 4 games left to go here. Sense of urgency that you guys have as a team.
Yeah, 4 games, finish strong. Still the same goal, and that's to win.
You were nominated as
It means a lot. It's a very prestigious award, um, and it's an honor to really be nominated for this award. So I'm very grateful for that.
Speaking of that honor, what have you learned in your career about the significance of that award through the teammates you've had and nominated for it, but also what you've learned about Walter Payton?
So a little bit. I know a little bit about Walter Payton. My father played at Jackson State, so he taught me a lot about Walter Payton and his achievements on the field. And then through my time here, I learned a little bit about what he did off the field, which is pretty impressive. So um, a lot of guys on this team who were nominated, I saw the works that they have done in the community, and it's just an honor to be in that circle of nominees. And we'll see what happens in February.
I know Bill Belichick is a historian. He really liked giving you guys history on the game and things like that. Was Walter Payton someone that he spoke to you guys about, especially when the award maybe came up?
Good question. I don't remember. Yeah.
How important is what you do, especially in the city of Boston with kids? How important has it become to you as part of your life as you grow here?
It's very important. If you can spread inspiration, hope to anyone, if you can inspire just one person when you walk out, and they inspire someone else, that's really what it's all about. I feel like a lot of things that we do, I feel like a lot of people see us and they see us on the screen. And when you come from the screen and meet somebody, whether it's in a hospital, whether it's in a school, whether it's at a certain event, and you meet them face to face and you shake their hands, you become touchable in a sense, and you become real to them. And then not only are you real to them, but what you're doing for them or for that community or for the program that they're at becomes real and has a real impact. And that's really why I feel like people in this building do the community service for impact, to impact someone, change someone's lives, inspire someone, give someone hope so that they can become better from it, or at least spread what they learned or what they received from something that we put on.
Was being a Walter Payton Man of the Year something you ever aspired to be? And when did the light bulb kind of go off for you, the impact that you could make for other people in the community?
The wanting to be Walter Payton Man of the Year was never like a goal that I really wanted to do. Um, I don't do community service to win awards. My award is the smiles on people's faces, the inspiration that they receive from it, the impact that the program or we put on for kids or people, whether it's vets, whether it's children, whether it's athletes, whatever the case is. That's the award. The award is them leaving like they got something out of it or they received something that changed or bettered their life. So being nominated I'm very grateful for that. And if I win, I win. I'm very honored. But I don't do anything for the awards, for the accolades, for the lights, the likes, anything else like that. So, and then the second question.
And when did that light bulb go off for you, the impact that you could make in the community?
When I was a child, my father always um, sent us to soup kitchens, clothing drives, toy drives. He always said my favorite quote of his is, "Community service is the price you pay for your time here on earth," and that's something that stuck with me always. And that's where I realized that like really your impact can you can be impactful. Whatever your platform is, you can use it to change your community, your area, and other people's lives.
Taking stock of the defense and its performance, I guess coming off the last game, obviously not the way you want that game to end. What have you seen that you can do defensively to have better results? Like what standouts to you as areas to focus on for better results?
Really, we can, as long as we play together and play to the highest of our ability, I believe we're unstoppable. Tackling well, that's shedding blocks, that's defending our guys, and it comes down to winning our one-on-one matchups. Whether that's setting the edge on tackles and tight ends and receivers, whether that's covering the guys in the deep third and things like that, or even just fundamentally taking on a block and standing your ground. We have to make sure we do our job at the highest level.
Deatrich, Gerard also said that the defense has to do a better job of playing together. It seems like that's been a strength of the defense over the years. Why do you think you guys have struggled a little bit more playing together this year?
There's a lot of new guys. Not to make any excuses. I don't like to make excuses, but I just feel like throughout the season, there's been a lot of young guys in different spots, new guys coming up, coming in. So you have those growing pains with the individual person when on the field. So just kind of like, as long as we continue to mesh together, pick everybody up, make sure everybody knows what this is supposed to do, so we get on the field, and we've all seen it when we're playing it together, we're lights out, we're shut down, we do a lot of great things. It's just always one or two plays where it just happens, It's football, but at the end of the day, we got to make sure that we are much better when we see those plays, areas, and situations again.
Deatrich, Hunter Henry just told us a little while ago that winning down the stretch would mean a huge boost for young players' confidence moving forward.
Yes.
What do you see as the biggest possible benefit, aside from winning is good, to finishing strong here with this season?
We finish strong here. We tell the guys that who are coming back. First of all, we win strong here. We're telling everybody that the hard work that we put in is working. It matters. We've had a lot of close games. We know where we went wrong in those close games, so we can make sure that we can all come together and win out. Not only will it boost the morale for the guys here already, but it'll set the tone for next year as well.
How's Gerard approach things with you guys? It's getting towards the end of his first season as a head coach. What have you noticed about him in terms of how he's talking to you guys, the energy he gets, things like that?
Same person every day, always bringing the same energy, upbeat, very optimistic, very positive, and he takes the time to make sure that we get what we're supposed to be getting. So very personable in his coaching. Thank you.
Bye was good. Spent some time with family. It was actually lined up on my birthday, so that was pretty cool. Kind of a big milestone, turned 30, so pretty crazy. Spent some time with family, good to recharge, and kind of fired up to get back going on it. No, I feel young. Feel good.
How do you make sure with a late bye like this, you guys are out of playoff contention, the guys don't nail it, but they keep the effort high?
I mean, you got to take a lot of. I think we have a room in a locker room that takes a lot of pride in this game. I know I do myself, and the opportunity to continue to go out there and play a game that you played since you were a child at a high level is a huge opportunity. So you got to just take it week by week. I think everybody's excited for just to be able to attack this week against a good football team on the West Coast, get to travel. So go on the road a little bit and just going to be us out there, and it'll be fun.
Teams and bad teams have you seen where maybe lately you're a team that's struggling sort of fight that urge or fall into it?
I try to block all that out if there is, so I usually don't pay attention to a lot of that. I try to show that how invested I am in it, and hopefully other guys can feed off that if they are struggling in that department. But I wouldn't say we have a locker room like that.
How much do you feed off the energy with that set of a guy like Drake? It seems like he comes in every day like it's Christmas for him. How much does that help you guys as far as?
Oh yeah, I mean, Drake. This is his first season at this, and he's young, and also just like you said, he has a lot of energy. Good positive energy that I think everybody can feed off of. So it's always good to have a guy like that behind center that's making a lot of plays and be able to kind of thrive off that energy.
What does the offense need to do to build off what you guys accomplished in Indy? Gained over 400 yards, broke 24 points. What do you guys need to do to take the next step?
I think scoring touchdowns in the red zone is number one. Just not efficient enough in the red zone. I think we all obviously that's a glaring need that we all see, and we need to be better at and be able to execute down there. Obviously, penalties have put us behind the eight ball a little bit down there. When you get behind the sticks in the red zone, it can be hard. The field's condensed. Everything becomes a lot harder in the red zone. So you just have to be on your details on everything. So I think we all can be better, and I think that's something we need to improve on in this back half of the season.
Hunter, I think the obvious answer is winning. But over these next 4 games, what can you achieve through winning, either individually as a team or possibly for the future of a rebuild?
Yeah, I think obviously it's going to be a different team next year in a lot of ways. I mean, every year is a different team, but there are a lot of guys that are going to come back too, and we have a lot of young guys that this year we haven't tasted a lot of winning, and so I think that can build a lot of these young guys' confidence going into next year. And so that's what we're trying to do is go get pile some wins against some good football teams in this back quarter of the season. I mean, all four teams that we're about to play are in playoff contention or in the playoffs already. So this will be a big challenge for us, and I think it could build a lot of confidence going forward.
Is this something you have to fight for? That confidence, players who just only know the environment they've been in, last year, this year, rookie, second year players, like to date this season, something you have to boost and fight for?
I think it's just obviously taking it game by game. I don't know if it's something you fight for. I mean, a lot of these guys everybody that gets to this level has had success in some aspects, man, at any level. You don't get to this stage without having some kind of success. So all these guys have tasted that. Obviously, it hasn't been good enough this year. But if we can build something in this back stretch, that would be huge for just everybody's confidence.
A couple of days ago, one of your teammates was talking about this time of the year where guys can either start thinking about their vacations or they can be professionals and go out there and do their jobs and play for one another. What does that mean to you, professional? How does it show itself in the locker room, meeting room, practice field?
I think honestly, being a professional is I'm treating this week the same exact I did week 2 of training camp or week 1 of the season. You're trying to be as consistent as you can, approach it the same, and I try to be as steady as I can, reliable as I can, and treat every week the same. Like this is still a huge game in my eyes, and attack it with the same, juice and same energy that I had earlier in the season.
Notice guys looking to you for that in some of the veterans, and did you do that when you were young and trying to find your way in the NFL?
I don't know if I recognize maybe young guys doing that, but I try to just be as consistent as I can. Obviously, everybody has ups and downs. I mean, you can feel the emotions of a season, but just trying to stay as level-headed, as consistent as you can be, so that other guys can feed off that. Because everybody's going to have a down day, everybody's going to have an up day. So hopefully, more guys can have up days and down days.
How has Gerard been in terms of his approach with you guys and his energy? Obviously, like I said, you haven't done as much winning this year as you really wanted, but what's he been like?
I would say the same sentiment I was just saying. I think he's been very consistent in his messaging and everything that he says, from week 1 to where we are now. Just trying to improve, trying to stack wins, trying to find ways to win and learn from, losses, because those are all learning opportunities. But I think his messaging has been very consistent.
Football players tend to be creatures of habit, and as nice as it is in the Bible to kind of get away and reflect, I'm curious, is there anything you have to do to really get back into the groove when you get back into games so you don't kind of start slow?
Yeah, you're right. It definitely it could throw you off a little bit in a way, especially being this late in the season a little bit sometimes. But at the same time, we got back on Monday, and you kind of you work out that rust a little bit, from a couple of days off, and when it's good to recover. It's good to kind of get that break, kind of get the body and the legs under you again, especially this late in the season too. That is the nice part. So you can look at it both sides. There can be some rust, but also getting the legs under you is always very nice.
Obviously, you're focused on this season, but you're here on a longer-term contract. How excited are you to keep working with and seeing Drake develop?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for these, this week and then in the next few weeks to continue to build that relationship. Feel like we've, built a connection in a lot of aspects, just the feel on how he sees things, how I see things. Obviously, there's a lot of things that like we've missed on too that could be big plays, and I think each time something happens, we kind of put that in the bank and remember that, and then when it comes up the next time, I feel like we're able to kind of see it a little faster on the same page. So I'm excited for that, and then obviously, for the future too. I think that it's going to be huge.
And Austin was saying the other day that you can see that growth in Drake just taking a sack, instead of trying to make a big play and turnover and everything else. Do you see those little things on a daily, weekly basis with him?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, just it's the simple play that is not flashy, like throwing the ball away, and so that we can stay at maybe like a 3rd and 6 or 3rd and 7. Just a simple play like that it's not flashy, but those are the plays that it shows a lot of growth where you might try to extend a play and then somehow it's a sack or it's a whatever it is, we lose yardage, or there's a, sometimes extended plays are hard because there's a penalty or something you're not expecting. So just the simple plays and trying to make, the simple plays. And then obviously he has the talent to make some extraordinary plays as well.
Is there a specific play from the last game that didn't show up in the stat sheet that kind of jumped out to you?
I think the sack probably in the red zone was one. Just like, trying to force something and maybe get we have points on the board. Sometimes you can think like on a third down, like we need to force something to get a touchdown, but sometimes just, if nothing's there, taking a sack and making sure we have 3 points.
Did that finish on the opening drive?
I think so. Yeah. Feels like forever ago now, but I think so. I think so.